informed, let's stay vigilant, and make the most of our online experience.
Thank you very much, Wazanai, and everybody. Feel free to send through those emojis again. And I think, you touched on very, very relevant points. Let me just get my video on also. You touched on a lot of relative points there, and in many times we hardly look at the emotional side, the psychological side. We always tend to just think a technical machine and code, and we forget the human element behind users. And growing up in the townships, in the recent years, they'd say to you, don't just say things online thinking that you're not going to meet someone in the street. So I love the fact that you advocate also for saying that young people must know to say that things that you say online live forever. And, the way you speak to someone in person should be the way you speak to someone online, and have respect to that person, because you also want to be shown the same level of respect. And I hope to say in the future we can Africanize Ubuntu for the internet, so that the youth can have this culture of loving and caring and for each other online, and not bullying each other. On that note, I don't know if there's any questions from the panel members regarding any of the sessions. But again, we will make them available on the social media channels for Internet South Africa. Those that are not yet members of Internet South Africa, we urge you to join. There's a vast amount of resources and education and knowledge available. And like Ms. Ndlovu said, she mentioned to say that reach out to us so that we can expand on these topics. In this session, we kind of condensed things a lot, but we are looking forward to feedback from this session, to hear from you what we can expand. Kapuefing, Kasulu, Kasotho, on South African Sprat, we'll use all these languages to make sure that we convey the information. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody that managed to take time today to come to these sessions. Our wonderful speakers, Mr. Ndlovu, Mr. Mungwe, and Mr. Gagaza. And I see we have our deputy chairperson from Internet South Africa, Mr. Peter Peele. Do you want to leave us with some words, Peter, before we close the session?
As Peter, yeah, Vice Chair from Internet South Africa. I think you guys really touched on key points. Just this afternoon, I received a message from my kid's school's principal telling us about cyberbullying in school, and advising parents to download a certain app that they recommend, for parental control of your kids' phones. So this is it's a rampant, or rather a serious issue which is happening in high school, in primary school. And I think you guys are doing a great job, speaking about such topics, and reaching out to more than just techies or people who are already in Internet South Africa, because I see that your content is very it's digestible, and it's very friendly to non-techies. And yeah, thank you very much, and keep doing the great job.
Thank you very much, Peter. We saw Nontantla's hand. We would like to hear what you also have to share, Nontantla. You have the floor.
I joined the Internet Society years back, but I'm one of those inactive members who receive the emails and stuff. Sometimes I reach out, other times I don't. But I am around, and some of the work that I do is around online gender-based violence, with particular interest on sharing of intimate images. I'm supposed to write my thesis on that, but yeah, being a student as well has got its own challenges. But what I do want to say is that if we want this issue to attract maybe a lot of people, I think we from this, we should go and think about what our entry points could be, because I feel like we've been saying to people, there's cyberbullying. You are not safe online. You need to do X, Y, and Z. But it seems like people aren't listening. But I've seen that people are being scammed online. People are crying. They are losing money. If it's not on these fake online websites, it's through the bank. There are bank apps. Things are happening. And I'm thinking, if we're to maybe come, it is one of the issues, right, that we could use to start the bigger conversation around online safety. I don't think people will ignore us now that they are losing money. I've lost money as well through a virtual card. I didn't even know that there's something called a virtual card. I hadn't activated it, but maybe there's something I did, right? But I lost money. And obviously after that, you had to fight. And it's something I did. And it was at a time when I was hearing people saying it's the safest thing ever. And I see people losing money through the virtual cards. And I'm thinking we could, my main point, I think what I want to say, that we need to find an entry point, like something we could use to get people's attention, because obviously all these other issues we've been using, they aren't getting people's attention. And then we collaborate and form partnerships. It's the only way, because we need to be where the people are at. And right now, this is not where the people are at. That's all I wanted to say, yeah, for now. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nonhlanhla, and we hope that through this session, we've started a fire again with you. We're gonna see you more actively with the user base. Where are you based, Nonhlanhla?
I'm based in Cape Town, so there is another society here. I don't know what is happening, but I think it's because of like not really, the email thread. Yeah, but I'm based in Cape Town. I know there's something happening here, and then there's something happening.
Is waiting there. She's based in Cape Town too.
May I say something? I'm failing to raise my hand here.
Okay.
Nonhlanhla.
Hi.
Thank you for taking your time. I'm based in Cape Town as well, and I think it's important for us to discuss this important issue. If you are going to be taking, you said you are doing a dissertation, something.
Yes. Yeah.
And what we need is collaboration. What we need is to talk together. Yes. Now, what I don't like, I'll be frank with you. What I don't like is us as women talking about gender. I want our men to be coming in as well.
Yes, I agree with you.
So I know the gravity of the issue, and I know there's a need for us to take action. And the good thing is we are doing this with our men, Yeah. When we are going to be doing this from a women's perspective, they are going to be there, they are going to be giving their insights as well. Yeah. But I will tell you, Internet Society, the South African chapter is there. We are going to be going places. We are going to be looking at these issues. I don't know if we are going to make things right or whatsoever, but we want to digress and speak about these issues. My president is here. Peter is still here, so I can't speak a lot when he's
I'm gonna hand the floor over to Stembiso quickly. Folks, we are at the end of the session, so I'm taking this as the last shout out. Stembiso, and then we'll hear also from Mondli, and then we can close the session. Stembiso, you got the floor.
Yeah, everybody, thank you so much, everybody. Mondli, Wazanai, and yeah, such an informative panel. And one thing that I've recognized, and also I was thinking, just came into my mind, is that, how do we engage different governments to say, why can't you put this as under a curriculum, become one of the tools that you are assisting young people in this digital world, so that they can participate meaningfully, because our government has given these young people tablets. Some of them, they are using it for wrong details. Some are pawning them. There's a lot that is happening. So I feel that we need to engage more our government, but also as civil society and organization, and also individuals. Let us go down there and share the knowledge that we have, and and pass it over. But thank you so much, guys, for the invitation. And I'm looking forward in working with you and collaborating and making sure that the people in the grassroots got the information and we're all happy and we are changing our community or digitalizing our community. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, all the colleagues. Thank you so much, Kholisang, for just having this discussion as well. I think I will touch as well for Nonhlanhla, some of the few things that she shared about virtual cards. I was doing internet or mobile banking, if I can put it like that. Then I suffered some, fraud as well in terms of, people just buying food from my, from my card. Then the banker actually advised me not to use the mobile one as well, and I switched off that and then focused on using the app mostly. The virtual card for me, I was able to buy overseas goods with it, but my my way of using it is to actually limit the amount, because for instance, when I'm about to buy with it, I'll update the limit. Then once I'm done, then I can actually, put it down. So some of the things that you can do, yes, not everything is 100% safe, but I think I had some positive when it comes to that. And also with Stemiso, when you shared about schools, like I used to do some trainings as well with online safety in high schools, going around different high schools in KZN, which was more positive. You could see that the scholars, especially the learners, really embrace understanding, online safety, because you will touch on the people that they are usually focusing on, like your celebrities, how people are slaying online, how they are using the internet to actually make their names, and also cyberbullying in that phase. So the tips that we usually share, people like the high school learners were unaware on how they can actually set their social media pages and how to verify, fake posting as well as, verified posting, and also aligning them in terms of understanding before they can actually share what they read, because they might share something that is very, like a lie or insensitive. Or one of the things I saw on Twitter recently as well, where a gentleman shared a video of someone who posted on TikTok, and she was saying about a way that she met her husband, and some people took that out of context and started calling her names, because there was this word called multi-dating. So sometimes the phrasing of the English words, when people are using indigenous languages, they will rephrase that into something that is horrible. So you find that yes, some of those things were shared, and it was very good in terms of empowering the youth. But due to resources, like you're saying, we need to have some sort of partnership with maybe the government, so that some of those things cannot go out of schools. They can remain in our communities as well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for attending our first cybercrime online safety session. Keep an eye out for our social media and website, when we'll be announcing hopefully follow-up sessions to this. And I would like to thank each and every one of you that are here, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay vigilant, safeguard your data. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye. Shabja.